it actually is a title kind of evolved coming out of my life, okay? When I was hired out of business school at a Fortune 100 company called Texas Instruments, I was blessed and did very well there and ended up actually being a manager of the Intelligent Systems Division, and then I went from there into you call traditional business. I actually started a company that was a manufacturing, marketing, distribution company, had its own financing and everything, and we were a big solar company at one time, and did other things in traditional business, and I bumped into this industry. And first I got involved, I owned a couple other businesses, but I got involved just as a distributor and did what people do, and actually became very successful and built a global organization and did that with another company, okay? I became the CEO of that company, and that was a global company, an incredible electronics company in the direct sales industry, and that led me to starting what's really my passion. Personal development's always been my passion. Starting a TV network around personal development, you know, giving people the information they need to be successful, but did it in the direct sales industry. Never been done before, hasn't been done since. Really neat, merged that into a public company. And that's kind of that part of life, doing some neat things, and I saw this opportunity to build this company called Neora, okay? And I just wanted to build something that was an incredible company, an incredible industry, and do something that had never been done before, and create a great company. And I want this to be my last run. Take everything I've learned through all those experiences and pour it into one thing and build a great company that would be other people's last run. Because I really think people are looking to be part of something that matters, that makes a difference, that's their legacy. You know, where you plant your flag and where your children grow up inside of. And so that's where the word Last Run Club came, and that seems to be where we're attracting those kind of people. Just want to be part of a legacy company, creating their legacy, creating a long-term future with us. And so the Last Run Club. First of all, I think, you know, every great person, just as every great corporation, all corporation is a group of people coming together synergistically to do something together they couldn't do by themselves, okay? But every great person has great philosophies. Philosophy is everything you know, how you hold it, and it affects what you do, and it comes from books you read and things you listen to and people you associate with and the environment you're in. That creates a positive philosophy. You have good philosophies, that turns into a good attitude, and that a good attitude turns into good actions. And so I think great people and great organizations that are exercising great actions with great results and lifestyle, you got to back up and you'll look at, you know, the ownership or that person, and you'll see they have a philosophy, okay, that is the foundation that creates the right attitude to make the actions work. And so with our company, we started with a simple philosophy: make people better. We didn't want to be a company that was just about a product or compensation model. We want to be a company that's about the whole person, become a better version of yourself, and more importantly, give you an opportunity to do what I think is a blessing, to help other people become a better version of themselves. And so our philosophy is make people better, and we created 10 core values that we're going to do that through, and you know, like servant leadership is one of them, and go slow to go fast, and things like that. And those are the philosophy of the company that we're going to build the company on. That's the foundation of the company. And then we put out a word real, that we're going to have real science with real results, with a real opportunity, attracting real people and creating real lives, okay? And that morphed in the next year to where we're brought out this thing that we're called the Neora family, and we were going to do this in a loving, caring, sharing way. And that kind of became the philosophy of the company. And so from there, we stepped in this industry. It's a well over 100-year-old industry. It's an industry, it's doing about $180 billion in sales. It's an industry where tens of thousands of companies have come and gone, and most have gone. 95% of the companies that start in this industry fail. That's in traditional business too, okay? And we walked in this industry, and what we did in our first 7 years, not even 1% of the companies that survived, or the 5%, have ever done. Now, I'm not talking about the 1% of the 100% that started, 1% of the 5% that survived has ever done. Quickly, over a short few years, 6 years, we did about $1.7 billion in sales from just a startup. We won the Inc. magazine. We were in the top performing companies. We were rated, I think we're number 12. We were, one year, we were rated the number one consumer product in our category in that industry. We became part of the Direct Sales Association, which is kind of the watchdog board, the top 20. You think about that, with companies been around 20 or 30 years. You know, we've done a lot of neat things. In magazines, you see independent people, you know, we're being paid, reporting on our products and reporting on our company all the time about this historical things that we've done and been, you know, blessed to be a part of. And then we also, and what I love, one of the great things about all this is it's led to, I think making people better is also about helping other people be better. So we have a foundation called the Ripple Foundation, and we give back, okay? We're the biggest people who drive Big Brothers Big Sisters, an incredible organization that really mentors these children that need a mentor, okay? And we've won the Presidential Award and the Outstanding Achievement Award up against Fortune 100 companies. We started the Live Happy movement, and we were one of the biggest content aggregators and drivers of Live Happy. I've spoken at the United Nations on happiness, and we support World Vision. So, you know, this is a company that the philosophy kind of embraced everything about it, okay, moved us in this industry that we've now become historical in, okay, and allowed us to make a difference in people's lives, and more than just our products and more than just our opportunity, but this whole version of the person. I believe, first of all, products just have to have value. Value is what they do, and also price point. I want our products, if they were in any other form of distribution, they would be competitive, okay? I don't want to just have a product that only works here, okay, and I price it where I want. And so on our products, we tried to build superhero products. We look for products that are unique, okay, and we want our products to have some kind of differentiation from what's out there. We want there to, in most cases, be first to the market, and we've done that, okay? The real important thing is we look for exclusivity, and we want this to be on a global basis because we're building a global business, okay? And we've been able to do that pretty much on everything. But the big thing we really look for is to build a barrier of entry for somebody else replicating or duplicating our products. And you do that through patents and sourcing and processing and that type of thing. And that's very difficult to do, but it's very important because you could have something that's unique, first to the market, has differentiation, you have exclusivity to, but if somebody else can replicate it, so. But if you have those four things and they can't replicate it, then you got freedom. You got the time to build a foundation of your product. So that's very important. You know, I want our products to be high value and low on price, to be competitive in the marketplace, and we've done that. And what that's done for us, which really drives our business, to be a legitimate direct sales company, you really want to have customers, not distributors only. The vast majority of our sales goes to customers. These are people who, they haven't signed any contracts with us. We don't have their social security number, okay? They buy their products as a voluntary army. They believe in the products, and they reorder the products because they work, and they believe in the price point, and they believe in the products. And so that creates the foundation for having a legitimate company. So by really focusing on creating value, these superhero products, we've been able to create customers, which creates a real opportunity in the direct sales industry. And we've just done a great job. You know, we started out in skincare, and we evolved through multiple verticals in skincare, addressing the entire body, and then we moved into wellness. And we've done a great job in wellness, you know, things you take orally to make yourself healthier. And so we have a company that's kind of transformed ourselves into this 360 company that works not only on looking better, but on feeling better, and also on living better. And that's back to our personal development, live happy, and the opportunity. And so this is, you know, a complete person. So we really feel like we have the entire approach to the person's life. They can look better with us with great products, they can feel better with us with great products, and they can live better with us because of our culture and what we do on that side of the business. Well, first of all, anti-aging is just explosive. It's a space that's bigger every single day. Okay, it's getting bigger and richer. And it's really interesting because if you look at the space anti-aging, you think it's the Asian people. You know what really into it? Millennials. They love this space. Everybody loves this space. It's become something people are looking for. You walk into a department store. First thing you see is what? Skincare. Anti-aging is huge there. You know, people are looking for solutions on how to look better, how to feel better. And it's just a very rich space, very dynamic space. It's getting bigger and bigger every single day. And all we have to do is get the product in people's hands, get them to try it, whether it's on the looking better side or on the feeling better side. And we've found people love the product and they continue to use the product. Obviously, there's the industry, and to a certain degree, has a bad name because how it's been misused. Not that it's a wrong concept. Here's what I mean by that is, you know, I'm a traditional business person. I come from traditional distribution and marketing, actually at Fortune 100 level and in my own business. And there's really two types of business. I think when people get this, they kind of see why direct sales. The one that we're all kind of used to, you're part of it every day, is what's called pull-through marketing. That's where media, has a product, maybe a celebrity holding a product, and it draws you into distribution. You go to the store, you pick up the phone, whatever it might be. They pull you into distribution. That's what most of us experience. There's this other thing called push-through marketing. That's where you push a product into the marketplace. That's where if a product needs felt, touched, experienced, explored, handled, demonstrated, educated, that's where this industry works, okay? The reason that it's working so much better today than it used to, and it's growing so fast, is because you got to look at the pull-through marketing. It's gotten very cluttered. You just go back a couple decades, there was a few TV stations, a few radio stations, a few magazines. Now every one of those categories has hundreds of magazines, hundreds and hundreds of radio stations, podcasts, TV stations everywhere. There's just so much information, the consumer doesn't know who to trust, what to believe, because there's so much coming at them. It's cluttered, okay? Push-through marketing, especially in direct sales, allows you to take a product all the way around pull-through marketing and take a person who has a relationship with somebody. Realize, pull-through marketing doesn't have a relationship with you. In our business, the person showing you the product has a relationship. So think about it, the ability to take a product, go around all the clutter of traditional marketing, and have a person who has a relationship with you, demonstrate the product, and give them your own personal testimonial. You know how much people in pull-through marketing would give for that? They'd give everything for that. So the concept is a brilliant concept, okay? And because of what's going on in traditional distribution market now, it's become more and more needed. So if a product needs to be felt, touched, experienced, explored, handled, demonstrated, educated, moved into market, we're the perfect way to do that. So I just love the category. I love this space because it makes sense. Now, we as a company are really executing on that model. We really want to be not just a great product of value, but we want to bring value in distribution, not just an opportunity that moves products. We want to be an opportunity that takes products to the consumer and gives them value through direct distribution. Well, first of all, the opportunity, it's evolving. There's a thing called, there's so many different names. As an industry evolves like this, and there's other vertical industries like the direct sales industry, but people are looking for part-time income. So that's actually driving the model too. So they have this gig economy, side economy. You're looking for something to add to your life, but they're really looking for something to maybe change their life, okay? So people are searching. So when you bring our form of distribution, which needs people, to people who are searching for something different than what they've been doing, it creates an opportunity. And what we've tried to do is build an opportunity that didn't hurt people, okay? What I mean by that is we don't want to ask people to buy inventory they don't need. We actually took those gotchas out of our model. We built a model on consumers, okay? So it's really built on the value of the product. We kind of drew a line in the sand there. And we tried to build a model where, we realize the most people when they start, they're brand new. They're probably out of their comfort zone, okay? They've never done anything like this before in their lives. They have a family, they got, things they're doing in their life, and we want to create a business model that leverages direct sales, leverages products, leverage our culture, allow them to become a better person, okay, in that process, but be part of this new economy, okay, and give them a model that if they were willing to pay the price, and that price is different for everybody. Everybody has a journey. Everybody has their unique journey, up and down. There's no just ups, okay, that describe them. And but if they're willing to pay the price and be part of a model, a proven model, because here's what I know, regardless who you are out there, I know dozens, if not hundreds of people very, very similar to you who've already achieved success in our business, taking advantage of everything we're talking about. They'd never done anything like this before in their life. That's what I love, is when somebody like that, had that day of disgust, that day of decision where they decide to do something different about their life, and they step over that line and they get involved with us. We want to give them everything they need. It's not just the compensation, it's all the thing that drives the compensation, the training, the communications, everything that creates the business model. So you can be part of this gig economy, this side economy, and be part of something that matters and makes a difference in life, and be part of taking products into distribution that makes sense, okay, to consumer, and be part of that entire ecosystem that's called Neora. And I really think when people get here, what they find out is this is way more than a product, way more than a compensation model. This is really a lifestyle. It's a way of being. And here's the greatest thing is when people get involved in our business, but I hear this over and over and over, they've been with us 6 months or a year, they say, this is not just what I've learned in this business. This has changed me as a parent. It's changed me as a partner. It's changed me with my parents. It's changed my life because I've become a better person through the process. And I've learned a lot of things about business. They all actually talk about when I go back to where I'm working, because it's usually a side company, the things I've learned here have made me better there. So there's so many good things happening because of their experience in Neora. Well, again, synergy and culture are dear to my heart, okay? I just believe every great organization, sports team, person gets that. You know, synergy is where you put yourself in a position to be around a group of people. It allows you to go to some place together that you could never go to by yourself. It's like Napoleon Hill said. He says that two minds creates a third and more powerful mind, which means you do something better around somebody else. It takes you to a different thought, okay? And so we wanted to create an environment that was conducive to that, okay? And so we also wanted to create an environment that attracted the right people. See, I think culture is the DNA of a company. It kind of tracks who you are and it repels who you're not. And that's why it's important to have culture. Great organizations, great companies, culture is one of the most important things. And culture is not something that you can launch a company with. You launch a company with a compensation model, with training, with products, because you create those. Culture is something that evolves. It's organic. It has to start with me, it has to work through the management of the company, it has to work through the field, and it starts attracting the right people. And one thing that I hear over and over and over is people, when they get around our company, say, your people that you're attracting are different than I've ever seen in the direct sales industry. They're just a step above. They have an incredible class about them. They're the right people, okay? And so I believe that culture has made a big difference. And so what do we do? You know, culture just starts with how you treat people. It's that simple. We do a lot of things about, you know, helping you become a better version of yourself through personal development. We really believe in giving back, making a difference in other people's lives. That's why we did Big Brothers Big Sisters. You know, when you think about it, there's all these kids, and they have a mentor. It might be a drug lord, it might be a gang member, but they have a mentor, okay? And they have a parent that raises their hand and said, I'm having a problem, raise my child, can you help me? And so we step up and we fund and get people to volunteer to be mentors. And we've become one of the biggest supporters of Big Brothers Big Sisters. I think it's important to give things you have. You know, in the closet you're not using, money you can give up. But when you give yourself, that's a big thing. And so we've been a big part of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We started Live Happy, okay? Where we are part of the Live Happy movement. From that, we were critical in forming IPM, the International Positive Education Network, which attracts the top university positive psychologists from around the world to come together and create flow and character in the school system. I mean, these are all things about giving back, about making other people better. In doing so, you make yourself better. In doing so, you attract those kind of people. In doing so, you create culture, okay? And it creates the DNA of your company. And so when you do that, and you bring those kind of people together, and you have synergy amongst those kind of people, that's when beautiful things happen. I mean, I've always said, when somebody gets involved with us, let's just say a year later, the business hasn't quite worked the way they wanted to, it's evolving. You know, that path is different for everybody, but their involvement with us was worth the time and the effort. And that's why we spend so much time working on our culture, not just the home office, but in the field, both of them combined, and really try and create synergistic moments for our people to come together and affect each other and make a difference in each other's lives. By doing so, that's kind of become the bedrock of our company. And we have the products, we have the opportunity, we have the management team, we have the systems, we have the training, we have the communications, all the things people need to build a business. But the bedrock is the culture that creates who we are, attracts who we are, and makes a difference. That's where we go back to make people better. Well, you know, we've talked about all the historical things that happened, but it actually, I feel like it set us up for the actual real run. As great as our history's been, what's in front of us is way bigger than what's behind us, and that's how it should be, okay? And so I think we're at this moment in time where a person who's willing to pay the price and be part of this company and do what's necessary can do things that are so much greater than what's been done before. And the reason I believe that with every fiber of me, because every single thing that made this company that 1% company, that out of the 5% that survive, okay, that 99% don't achieve, everything that made that is better today than it was then. What I mean by that, look at the space of anti-aging, wellness, and beauty. It is so much bigger now than it was then, and it's getting bigger every single day, every single year, and it's not gonna stop in your lifetime, okay? So the space is just rich and getting richer. Number two, our products, our ability to answer the consumer's need is so much better today. When you look at the relationships we have with like Cigna Bioscience or the technology out of Princeton University and 15 different formulators and manufacturers and people out there around the world like Cosmax who are making products and working with us. Our ability to answer the consumer's need is so much bigger and better today than it was then. In our product line, we have all these different verticals under Neora, okay, that represent so many parts of that versus the few products we had when we started. And the best is yet to come. We have great products coming, so our ability to answer the consumer's need is better. The model I spoke to earlier, the need for our form of distribution, push through marketing, is better today to take products around the clutter and get to them. The gig economy, that's why it's exploding, is bigger today than it has ever been. Our ability as a company to execute on that model through our management, through our systems, our infrastructure, our training, our communications, it's way better than it's ever been. And the last thing we're talking about is the people we're attracting. We have the most beautiful people here. These are people that you would, I always like to say, the people that are in our field, you let them raise your children. You let them babysit your children, okay? So, and that's the culture. A culture is something that's evolved. It's been evolving for 7 years now. It's so much richer today than it's ever been. So everything that made the company, this historical company, is better today than it's ever been, but yet we're so small compared to what we can be, and every element of that is getting better. So the timing, which is a very important thing, the timing, it couldn't be better for anybody who's willing to be part of what we call here the Neora rhythm. We have this thing about, if you just follow this proven process, you can be a part of this proven company. It's a ground floor opportunity, but it's not a ground floor company. And for people looking in, we look forward to getting to know you. There's a great opportunity here, a great lifestyle here, and a great future here. So with that, thanks for your time. I know it's important. Thank you.